Hi, CHEM students. I hope you're all safe and healthy. Today I'm going to walk through the lab, which antacid is the most effective at relieving heartburn. I'm going to use the camera to record the weighing of the different quantities of compounds that I'm going to be using in the experiment. I'm going to be recording the measurement of the pH. You'll be able to use the data that's been recorded to fill in your lab reports and then do the analysis at the end. As the lab procedure mentions, today's lab we're going to be comparing the over-the-counter commercial antacids against the compounds that are pure. So we're going to use, see over on the right hand side we have calcium carbonate, sodium bicarbonate, and magnesium hydroxide. And on the left we are going to be measuring two different strengths of the Tums equivalent, the Publix brand of calcium carbonate. The bottle on the left is 500 milligram tablets. The middle bottle, the ultra strength, is the 1000 milligram tablets. And the last is the regular strength equivalent of Maalox, which has both magnesium hydroxide and aluminum hydroxide as the main ingredients. Here's a close-up of the back of the bottles. So you can see here, the left, the calcium carbonate has 500 milligrams per tablet. The middle bottle shows 1000 milligrams of calcium carbonate per tablet, and the Maalox equivalent has 200 milligrams of aluminum hydroxide and 200 milligrams of magnesium hydroxide in each 20 milliliter serving and 5 milliliter serving, and we will be dosing 20 milliliters total. So you're going to simply be multiplying each of those 200 by 4 in order to get the actual dose. So you'll have 800 milligrams of aluminum hydroxide and 800 milligrams of magnesium hydroxide in each dose. The next part of the lab uses a 0.1 molar hydrochloric acid solution, and we're to pour 100 milliliters into each of the flasks, one labeled magnesium hydroxide, calcium carbonate, and sodium bicarbonate. So we'll first start. Next step in the process is to measure the pH of one of these solutions and record that in your notebook. So first I'm using proper pH meter washing. You rinse off the pH meter. You then place it into the solution you want to measure the pH of. You give it a stir. And you read the pH meter here until pH meter becomes stable. You can see we have a pH of 1.20. The next part of the procedure calls for weighing out 0.25 grams of each of the magnesium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, and sodium bicarbonate. So we'll start by tearing the scale first. And so we see our scale is bouncing back and forth, but it's probably approximately 2.50, 2.49, 2.50. So magnesium hydroxide. Next, we'll zero out our calcium carbonate. Large chunk fell. Here we are at approximately 2.53. And last, our sodium bicarbonate. Zero out. Tear the weigh boat. Add our right at 2.52. The next part of the lab involves mixing of the solid into the acidic solution and making observations. So first, magnesium hydroxide. Stir in the solution. Let that sit for a minute. And we'll add the calcium carbonate. And last, the sodium bicarbonate. I hope you can see that there. There's lots of bubbling occurring in that. After it's done dissolving, the bubbles seem to have dissipated. The procedure calls to wait for 3 to 5 minutes before checking the pH. We'll pause this until then. It's been about 5 minutes since the solutions have been sitting here. You can see the magnesium hydroxide solution has cleared up significantly. Now we're going to measure the pH of each of these. So again, with proper pH meter technique, we rinse off pH meter. I'm going to shake off the drops. I'm going to place it in solution. You can see here, pH of the solution is 1.88. That's the magnesium hydroxide solution. Next, we'll check the calcium carbonate solution. Swirled it. And here the pH of the solution is 1.52. Calcium carbonate. Last but not least, the sodium bicarbonate solution. Has a pH of 1.42. The next part of the procedure will be grinding up 3 of each of the tablets of the Tums equivalent, regular strength and ultra strength. If I can open the container, oh, yeah. Let it open, brand new. You can see here what happens after grinding. It's a fine powder. We'll do 3 of the ultra strength tablets as well. See, this is now a fine powder as well. A little bit of a mess here. We then need to add 100 milliliters of the hydrochloric acid to each of these beakers. Again, that's 0.1 molar hydrochloric acid. Checking the pH of one of these solutions again. The pH of the stomach acid to start. Starting pH this time of 1.33, 1.32. Then add our powders to each of the solutions. Regular strength. You can see all the foamy material in here. This is the additive known as an excipient that is added to all tablets, and frequently it's in some form of fiber that's not very soluble in aqueous solutions. You can see there's a, you can see that there's a foam sitting on top. We'll let that stand for a minute. Go to the ultra strength. Foam exists on here just as much. But that's it. Last, we need 20 milliliters of the regular strength antacid. Bottle is nearly empty. Let's see if we have 20 milliliters in here. Need to get another bottle. Add the 20 milliliters and stir. We'll pause for 5 minutes and come back and check on the pHs. So we're back. 5 minutes has passed. We're going to check the pH of each of these solutions. See here, pH of the regular strength Publix antacid is 5.5. Outside of this. pH of the ultra strength is 5.46. Last pH of the Maalox equivalent here at 3.99. So you should have all the data that's necessary for entering into your spreadsheets in the lab report and doing all the calculations. Again, I hope you're safe and healthy. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.